Hey, what's going on everyone? In today's video, I'm going to be showing you all the cheats for Grand Theft Auto 5, how to activate them, and what they do. So to activate these cheats, you're going to want to press a series of buttons in a specific order. Now, when I refer to the button right and left, I'm referring to the buttons on the D-pad. If you do it with the joystick, I don't believe it works. And just to deactivate any of the cheats in the game, you're going to want to type in the cheat code again. Alright, so the first cheat we're going to be looking at today is the drunk mode cheat. Now, just like the name suggests, this cheat makes your character drunk. Now, to activate this cheat, you are going to want to press Y, right, left, X, B, left. Now, you're going to want to do it pretty quickly so that it registers, and you're going to know you did it correctly because it's going to tell you in the corner right above the minimap that it was activated. Now, drunk mode cheat makes your character drunk, and he stumbles around a bit, and if he runs, it's more of a drunken hobble. And while you're out and about on your feet, there's really not much changes. Shooting's not much harder. The real difficulty comes in when you try to drive. So at first, it's not going to seem much different, but when you're driving, you're going to notice your character will randomly swerve. Like that time, I wasn't even controlling. He just decided to take a turn. It's kind of like driving a car with horrible alignment issues. So this cheat can really add a layer of difficulty to the game if you're looking to make it harder. We can see he keeps swerving into cars. You really have to hold on to the joystick to make sure it goes where he wants. Alright, so the next cheat we're going to look at is the explosive ammo cheat. And this cheat makes all of your bullets explode on impact. Now, you're going to activate this cheat by pressing right, X, A, left, RB, RT, left, right, LB, LB, LB. Alright, now like I said, this cheat makes all of your bullets explode. They explode if they hit a wall, if they hit a person, if they hit a car, so it can do a lot of damage. As you see there, I just took out 2 people out with 1 shot because of the area effect damage the explosion does. You can do chain reactions and the like. You are going to want to be careful with this cheat because that can happen. Alright, the next cheat we have is the explosive melee attacks cheat. This is very similar to the last one, except instead of your bullets exploding, your punches and kicks are going to explode. So to activate this cheat, you're going to want to do right, left, A, Y, RB, B, 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 LT. And now that it's activated, everyone I punch, or everything I punch, will explode. As you can see there, it leaves a huge mark on the ground too. And it even works with melee weapons like a knife. Or if you stab newspaper stands, they also explode. So all of the environment that you can normally break by driving into it with like a car, for instance, will explode with this cheat on. Anyone that you punch, stab, hit with a baseball bat, all of it will explode. As you can see, I just hit that pole with a knife, and the lights fell off of it. And something you're going to want to be careful about, just like the last cheat, is that if you hit anyone too close to a vehicle, it will, of course, explode, killing you and your target, though. So maybe it's worth it. Now, the next cheat is the fast running cheat. The code to activate this cheat is Y, left, right, LT, LB, X. This cheat makes you run faster, pretty self-explanatory, and your character moves a lot faster, and he also goes through the running motion a lot faster, so he looks kind of goofy. And if we wait here, if we see, I'm going to try to race a car just to give you an idea of how fast you're going. So as you can see, I can actually run a little bit faster than these cars, and of course the car's not really going that fast, so it's not a huge speed boost, but it is much faster than you normally run, so it will be very helpful for getting around places if you don't have a car or another vehicle. You also jog faster too, so if you just hold the A button instead of tapping the A button, that is also faster. Alright, so the next cheat we have is the Flamming Bullets cheat. You're going to activate this cheat by doing LB, RB, X, RB, left, RT, RB, left, X, right, LB, LB. And it's a lot like the explosive bullets cheat, except instead of exploding, your bullets set the target on fire. Unlike the explosive bullets cheat, this one does not set everything on fire. It's only when you shoot things like vehicles or people, while as the explosive ammo cheat, literally everything you shoot will explode. You can't set things like buildings or, you know, signs on fire. But as you can see, I'm setting a car on fire, and cars and fire do not mix, of course. So it will take a little bit for them to blow up, or if you keep shooting, they will blow up almost immediately. And something I think is pretty cool is that you can actually set the train on fire. It will never explode because the train's invincible. But the train, you can actually affect the train in some way, which you usually can't do. Alright, so things are getting kind of chaotic, and I can't hold the cops off forever, even with the flaming bullets, so I'm going to want to turn down the heat. No pun intended. So this is the wanted level down cheat, and to activate it, you're going to want to put in RB, RB, B, RT, right, left, right, left, right, left. And that will lower your wanted level by 1 star. It won't get rid of all your stars, that's important to note. It will just lower it by 1 star. And as you can see, I've taken quite a lot of damage from that battle, so I'm going to want to refill my health. And you know what? I think I could use some armor. So I'm going to use the max health and armor cheat, which is B, LB, Y, RT, A, X, B, right, X, LB, LB, LB. And this cheat gives you max health and armor. As you can see, now my health and my armor are fully replenished, so I'm ready to take on the cops again. Of course, I could just start shooting people, but if I want to get the cops on me a little bit quicker, I can use the raise wanted level cheat, which is RB, RB, B, RT, left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, so the raise wanted level cheat is very similar to the lower wanted level cheat, which is a good thing and a bad thing. It's good because if you memorize one, you've probably memorized both of them, but it's bad because if you're in a bit of a pickle and you really need to get rid of your wanted level, you might accidentally raise it. If you find that the max health and armor cheat isn't enough for you, you're probably going to want to use the invincibility cheat. And to activate this cheat, it's right A, right, left, right, RB, right, left, A, Y. And unlike the other cheats, this one is actually timed. So as you can see in the corner, it has a helpful little timer. It's set for 5 minutes and tells you when your invincibility wears off. In this time span, you are completely invincible. You don't take any damage. As you can see, these cops have nothing on me. I can just run around and stab them, and I don't have to worry about taking any damage. Alright, so the next cheat I'm going to show you is the Recharge Special Ability cheat. And as you probably know, every character in the game has their own special ability that does its own unique thing, and they're very helpful in certain situations. Now, Michael here makes everything go in slow motion, which can be very helpful for shooting. It doesn't last that long, however, and if you're in a situation like this one where you have to shoot a lot of people, you're probably not going to want to wait for it to recharge. So to activate this cheat, you're going to do A, X, RB, LB, A, right, left, A. And as you can see, my special bar in the corner, that's that yellow bar, in case you didn't know, it's full now, so I can use his special ability again. Alright, so as you can see, my invincibility has worn off, and this is the perfect timing to show you the Skyfall cheat. I'm going to activate it by doing LB, LT, RB, RT, left, right, LB, LT, RB, RT, left, right. Now, this cheat spawns you in the middle of the air, and you're just sort of free-falling, and even if you had a parachute equipped prior to activating this cheat, you can't use it while you're in this mode, so you have to be careful about that. And I'm going to aim for the water because I don't want to die, and like I said, you can't use a parachute. Now, once I land in the water, I'm going to have to swim back to shore, and that's kind of slow and tedious, so I'm going to show you the fast swimming cheat, which is just like the fast running cheat, except instead of running faster, you of course swim faster. So to activate the fast swimming cheat, you're going to want to press left, LB, right, RT, left, LT, right. Alright, so this next cheat is a lot of fun. It is the super jump cheat. Now, to activate this cheat, you're going to want to do left, Y, right, left, X, RB, RT. And as you can see, you now jump much higher than you did previously. If you hold X while jumping, you will jump higher than if you just tap X. But either way, you do jump very high, and you can quickly scale buildings in this mode and do all sorts of fun stuff. You can jump over cars if they're coming your way. You can jump over cars if they're not coming your way and you just want to jump over them. This cheat's really helpful because it makes places that were previously inaccessible accessible, and places that were maybe kind of hard to access much easier to access. As you can see, here's the hospital, and of course you have to climb a ladder up to get there, but you know that takes a little while, so I'm just going to jump right on top of there. You also don't take any fall damage from jumping in this mode. So although you can jump to heights that normally if you fell from that height you would die, if you are in the middle of a jump, once you land the jump you will not take any damage. Alright, and the next cheat that we have is the slow motion aiming cheat. Now this cheat makes everything go into slow motion, similar to Michael's special ability, but only when you press left trigger to aim in with a gun. To activate this cheat, you're going to want to do X, LT, RB, Y, left, X, LT, right, A. Now this cheat is this cheat's interesting as there's 3 different levels to this cheat. So if you activate it the first time, things get a little bit slower, as you can see. And then if I go ahead and activate it again, things get a little bit more slower. And you can actually activate it up to 3 times, so if I go ahead and activate it one more time, things are going to get really slow. And this cheat is, of course, helpful for doing things like shooting out tires or shooting people. And it's a lot like Michael's special ability, but it's only while you're shooting, so you don't have to run around really slow. Now, if I put in the code one more time, as you can see, everything goes back to normal speed. Now, maybe slow motion aiming isn't enough for you and you want everything to be slow motion all the time. If that's the case, you're going to want to use the slow motion cheat. And to activate that, you're going to want to do Y, left, right, right, X, RT, RB. And just like the slow motion aiming cheat, there are 3 different levels to this. So if you put it in again, things get slower. If you put it in a third time, things get even slower. And then if you do it one more time, things go back to normal. And as you can see, fighting is really slow. Not a huge advantage there because you're going slow too. And now in the 3rd level of slow-mo, everything is very slow, and you can really just see everything very slowly happening. So you can see in the back those 2 guys are running towards me very slowly, but if I activate this cheat one more time to deactivate it, they're running at me at normal speed. Alright, so this next cheat is a really fun cheat, and it is the moon gravity cheat. Now this cheat makes the gravity in Los Santos not as strong. And to activate this cheat, you're going to want to do left, left, LB, RB, LB, right, left, LB, left. And at first, you might not notice a difference in this cheat, because when you jump, you don't jump any higher or you don't jump any slower. And when you get into a car, it might be a little hard to notice, but if I were to drive into any pedestrians, they will spend a little more time in the air. One more thing about this cheat, it also works on other objects in the world. So if I were to explode this car, as you can see, the flaming debris of the car spend a lot of time in the air. You can see like there's a door right there, and there's a tire. Now the next cheat we have is the sliding cars cheat. And to activate this cheat, you're going to want to do Y, RB, RB left, RB, LB, RT, LB. And basically what this cheat does is it greatly reduces the traction that your tires have against the ground. So if I get into a car over here, you can see it's virtually impossible to drive normally. The tires just can't get a grip of the ground. I'm no scientist, but I can clearly see that the tires are not getting any grip of the ground, and it's really hard. You just kind of spin all over the place. And just to show you that it's not just the car I'm using, I'm going to go borrow this other person's car over here and show you that, once again, I'm having a very hard time. Also, you'll notice the NPCs cars don't seem to be affected by this very much, if at all. So they probably think I'm just an idiot that doesn't know how to put the car into drive. Okay, now what this next cheat does is it just simply changes the weather. And since there's several different weather conditions in GTA 5, if there's a specific one you want, there's not a specific cheat code for that. You're just going to have to keep typing in the weather cheat until you get to the one you want. Now, there is a specific order that it goes in, and I will show you all the phases of the weather and what they do. Now, to change the weather, you're going to want to put in the code RTALBLBLTLTLTX. And you have to do that for every single type of weather there is, and the first type of weather is the extra sunny weather. So as you can see, the sun is out shining bright, and if you don't want that, you want to change it, you have to put in the code again to get clear weather. So, not a lot of clouds, still very nice day. And then if we put it in again, we'll get cloudy weather, which there's much more clouds, which makes it much more clouds, but still a pretty nice day outside. And then if we put it in again, you'll get smoggy weather. So as you can see, there's a lot of that classic LA smog. Nice and kind of hard to see things in the distance. If we put in the code again and accidentally punch that woman, then we will get overcast weather. And now there's a lot of clouds in the sky. And if we put the code in again, we get raining weather. So now this one is a little more obvious to see than the past ones. As you can see, it's now raining. Put in the code again and you will get thundery weather. So now it's raining a lot harder, it's very dark in the sky, you can see the puddles on the ground, and right here we will get a flash of lightning. Put in the code one more time and you will get clearing weather, which is basically like the rain is starting to clear up, and the sun's coming out again, and there's not as many clouds. If we put in the code one more time though, we'll get snowy weather. So now it's snowing. Okay, so the next cheat we have is very straightforward. It just spawns in a BMX bicycle. So if you want to spawn in a BMX, you're going to have to put in left, left, right, right, left, right, X, B, Y, RB, RT. And the bike just spawns in front of you. You have to make, with all of the vehicle cheats, you have to make sure there's enough space for the vehicle to actually be there in order to spawn it in. But maybe if you want a bit of an upgrade, you can spawn in the PCJ 600, which is a motorcycle. And to spawn that in, you do RB, RT, left, right, RT, left, right, X, right, LT, LB, LB. And there you have it. There's the motorcycle, and we can just hop on this and cruise around. So if you want to spawn in a helicopter, more specifically if you want to spawn in the Buzzard, which is the attack helicopter in the game that has rockets and machine guns, you're going to want to put in the code BBLB And like I said before, you need enough space to actually spawn in the helicopter. I thought a helipad would be a good place to do it, but apparently that is even a little finicky. You have to make sure there's a lot of room. And now we can get into that helicopter and fly around and cause total chaos throughout Los Santos. So of course this helicopter has the machine guns and the rockets. You can have homing rockets or not homing rockets. And whenever you get into a helicopter, it automatically equips a parachute on you. So if I were to jump out of this helicopter and parachute onto the building below, you get a nice relaxing view of the city. Very calm, even though your helicopter just exploded on the ground below you. And now that you've used up your parachute, you do not have another one, and you can't use it again. But since I'm on this building, I'm going to want to get down, which brings up the need for the parachute cheat. You can just spawn yourself a parachute by putting in the code left, right, LB, LT, RB, RT, RT, left, left, right, LB. And now that I have a parachute, I'm just going to parachute to safety. Alright, so as you can see, I was just arrested, and when you get arrested, you lose your armor and you lose all your ammo. So as you can see, I have no ammo in any of my guns, but of course there is a cheat for that. So if you want a cheat to give you weapons and ammo, you're going to want to put in Y, RT, left, LB, A, right, Y, down, X, LB, LB, LB. And you can do it again to get a bit more ammo. But just a warning, there's just a few specific guns that you get ammo for. You do not get them for every gun in the game. Alright, so the next cheat spawns in a Caddy, which is one of the little golf carts. And if you want this for whatever reason, I don't know, in my opinion, there's much cooler rides in the game. But if you want to spawn in a Caddy, it's the code BLB left RB LTA RB LB BA. And now I'm just going to drive this around a little, drive it down the street. Let's be honest, you're probably going to want to drive something a little bit cooler. So if you want to spawn in a Comet, which is a sports car in the game, you're going to want to press RB, B, RT, right, LB, LT, AA, X, RB. And as you can see, it spawned right there. And I run away for a second because I thought I might have accidentally dropped a grenade, and that would have been very bad. But I didn't. So I can just go back to the car, get in, and then drive in style. And with all these vehicle cheats, they're just normal vehicles. They're yours to keep or yours to blow up, yours to do whatever you want with. I'm not a particularly good driver. I just drove down the street, and I already spun it out. Another vehicle you can spawn in is a Limo. And to spawn that in, you're going to want to put in RT, right, LT, left, left, RB, LB, B, right. And there you have it, your own personal limo that you have to drive yourself. Now, another vehicle that you can spawn in is the Rapid GT, which is another sports car. And the code to spawn that in is RT, LB, B, right, LB, RB, right, left, B, RT. And of course, you can drive around and have fun in your car, do whatever you want in it. But if you need a different vehicle to maybe go off-roading in, you can spawn in the Sanchez, which is the dirt bike. And to spawn that in, it's BA, LB, BB, LB, BRB, RT, LT, LB, LB. And as you can see, I got the American version of it. And another thing to note is that the cars will spawn with a random paint job on it every time you spawn it in. There is no way to get a particular paint job. You're just going to have to keep doing it to get the one you want. But of course, you could just take it to the shop and get it painted your whatever color you prefer. You can also spawn in a garbage truck, which is known as the Trashmaster. And to spawn it in, you need to put in the code BRB, BRB, left, left, RB, LB, B, right. And I'm going to do that, and I'm going to drive around and maybe collect some trash because, you know what, I've caused a lot of damage to the city, and I think it's time I give back. Of course, you can also spawn in planes. And more specifically, you can spawn in a stunt plane. And the code to spawn in a stunt plane is B, right, LB, LT, left, RB, LB, LB, left, left, AY. And you can just spawn it right in the middle of the road, and I'm going to get in. And truth be told, I'm not a very good pilot. So as you can see, I'm going to almost immediately crash it. Alright, in the final cheat I'm going to show you is yet again another plane, and it is the Duster. It is a crop duster, so it's kind of slow and not as maneuverable as the stunt plane, but the code to put it in is right, left, RB, 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 left, YY, AB, LB, LB. and I don't have enough space to spawn it in the first time, but on my second try I get it, and then I can just fly off into the sky, and I don't actually end up crashing this one. So those are all the cheats in GTA 5. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I hope you had a lot of fun with these cheats.